Hello and welcome back to another Shadowlands gold farming video. Today we're going to talk about how I'm making gold right now in World of Warcraft or in Shadowlands, just so you guys can get a better understanding of how I'm making gold while just doing my daily activities, and basically just how I'm farming gold, because I've gotten some questions about exactly how to farm gold, since some people want like direct examples and so on, and I think it's very easy to jump on trends, but the thing is, basic gold farms still works. And the videos I made very early after launch, they still work. So right now I'm just doing this at one World Quest location, not the best one, but basically we are doing some skinning. We have two World Quest locations up right now. You have this one down here, and this one up here, where you are killing for gorms, and there are tons of skinnable beasts in the area, so you can see that one. There are many beasts in the area that you can skin, and a lot of people just do these World Quests and they don't have skinning. So they won't skin the mobs after they've killed them, and you can take advantage of that by just skinning their mobs after they have killed them. So for this one, you can just travel between the two locations like I'm going to do right now, and see which one is best for you, and just stay at that one and do some very free and passive skinning to get tons of gold. The thing about skinning, once again, is that the only real money makers with skinning, if you don't skin, then I'll skin for you. So you can find some skinning over here as well, and just skin their mobs. As long as they don't have skinning, you can take their mobs, and if they have skinning, they will get skinning priority, so you don't really have to worry about stealing skins, because as long as they have skinning, they can skin the mobs. I'm just going to leave that one mob alone. And you can see there's tons over here as well. So there are people just farming the meat and doing world quests, and you can just run and skin their mobs, and you will make tons of gold by doing it. Right now on my server, the heavy calcite, which is this one, sells for 1.6k, and this one right here goes for like 1/10 of the price, because you can combine 10 calcites into one heavy one, and just do that as well. So we're going to continue now to this place, and see how many people are there as well, and this is just one of the methods I'm making gold with, but it is the most fun, and it is very effective, if you can find a world quest where there are tons of people doing the world quest. And for that you have several things you want to look for, but first of all, you want to make sure that the actual world quest is popular, and second, you want to make sure the world quest is actually combined with one of the callings, because if it's combined with a calling, then a lot more people will do it, and you want to go here as fast as possible when the world quest spawns, because right now, well, the Ardenweald, there is no calling to Ardenweald right now, so there's very few people doing these world quests, but still, you still have these two world quests that you can check out right now on your server if you want to, or you can just run around in questing locations as well and do some skinning. You have tons of other locations in Bastion, and there's one very popular one all the way down here, which is for skinning quest mobs. You also have like at Beidos over here, you have another world quest spawn as well. And I have a playlist on YouTube covering all of the locations I have found so far to do some free and almost passive skinning. So you can check that one out if you're interested in skinning. But I think that's it for the skinning part of the video. I'm going to log over to my druid now and show you another way I'm making tons of gold right now. So it's going to take me a minute, but it's going to be there in a second. So the second way of making gold right now that I'm personally using is Herbalism Mining. And right now we are taking advantage of this kind of hyperspawn thing in Revendreth. I'm just going to try to avoid this mob without having to actually... Yeah, so we have this as well. I'm just going to pick this one up very fast. You want to have the glove enchant so you can pick up stuff very fast. And the reason there's tons of them on me right now is that there's a world quest at this location to pick up the Lush Widow Bloom. But there are so many herbs spawning in this area. There's a hyperspawn mechanic in place as well. So the more people are gathering in Revendreth, the faster these will spawn for you. I'm just going to cyclone this one mob, and I'm going to do some stuff. Grab this, and I'll go and grab this as well. And this location right here is perfect for herbalism and mining. You can also, if you really want to, you can try to have herbalism and skinning, because some of the mobs are skinnable, like this one. There's tons of beasts around here as well, and people will kill those mobs. Like right now it's a world quest over here, so having skinning could be very beneficial, like these two mobs, right? You can skin them. I'm just going to typhoon them away. Being a druid is very good because you can just run in between everything, and being a night elf is even better because of shadow meld. So if you have aggro on tons of mobs, you can just shadow meld and remove the aggro. And there it is, the world quest is finished, and there's still so many stuff to pick up. You have another Widow Bloom as well, and you have so many locations, or so many spawn locations, and they will keep on hyper spawning as long as people are gathering in the zone on your realm. So for this, you want to be on a high pop realm, or get invited to a high pop realm, and right now they might spawn a bit slower because people are busy doing their weekly stuff like Mythics, Mythic Plus, doing some raids because the raids are out. But it's still a very good location for Herbalism Mining, and I'm doing this to make tons of gold. It is also a great way to level some alts as well if you can bring an alt to the location, and have Herbalism Mining because you get tons of experience for every single node you pick up. So you can see they just keep on spawning, and we have 2 down there as well, another Widow Bloom and a Leystrite. So you just run around, you run circles around this place, and you just gather up some herbs. And mining veins, of course. So the location is all the way down here in Revendreth, for Herbalism and Mining, and just go here and test it out. And we're going to look at another location to farm gold right now. And then we also have the good old reliable, right, which is this farm right here, where you might occasionally get some free leather as well from people doing skinning or doing some killing while doing some questing, because it is a very popular questing location. And everyone leveling a new alt has to go through this location whenever they are leveling, right? Because it's a main story campaign quest located right here. So what I do is I just pull all of them, right? Pull as many as possible at least. And then just use Touch of Karma or something like that. And yeah, being a class with high AoE damage is very beneficial for the location. You can just kill everything super fast. So as a monk it's very good, as a druid it's very good. And Demon Hunter as well is very good. You will also get tons of meat, or tons of wings I should say, like this one right there, which is worth a fair bit. I also got a heavy callous hide, which is also worth a lot of money, or a lot of gold I should say. So you just walk around, you look for these aether worms, you pull them, you kill them, and you skin them. It is a very easy gold farm, once again connected to skinning, where you actually kill stuff yourself, and you can get some free skins every now and then. So yeah, you just be a high AoE class, be a Guardian Druid, Balanced Druid, Demon Hunter. You can also be a regular Hunter, or just be anything really. Just make sure you have some gear and go here and farm. When it comes to the actual gold per hour from skinning, you are probably looking at anywhere from 30k and up. It is a little bit RNG dependent, because once again, the main things you are looking for are the rare skinning reagents, right? So the regular ones won't really make you that much gold. So you're looking for the heavy callous hide and the regular callous hides. They will stand for like 90% of your gold income from skinning, and getting the other stuff is just a nice little passive bonus I suppose, because the desolate leather is worth something, but it's not worth a lot. It's like 2 gold per leather, but once you get like thousands of them, then it starts stacking up. But your main gold income will be the heavy callous hides and the regular callous hides, which are once again a little bit RNG dependent, but you will get tons of them, so don't worry. Just go to this location in Bastion right here. It is a very good place to do some solo farming and get some free skins every now and then. Other than that, I have been doing some crafting and selling as well, just by buying stuff on the auction house, crafting stuff and making profit. And I have 3 professions that I really enjoy. Number 1 is alchemy, obviously. Number 2 is inscription, which I think is also obvious. And number 3 is blacksmithing. I'm just going to show you something with alchemy right now, just to see what I'm crafting. So most of it is spectral agility potions, and spectral intellect potions, like this one requires 2 marrow root, and also the spectral strength. This one is probably the cheapest one to craft, because it requires rising glories, which I have bought a ton of, because they were super cheap. So I just bought out like every single one on my server. At the point I had like 20,000 of them. I've been crafting tons of potions though, which I have on the auction house right now. Should have like 2,000 potions on the auction house, so yeah. Just buying out herbs and selling the potions is very profitable. The actual profit margin isn't that much, but it's like 20% for me. So I can just craft in my downtime when I'm doing other stuff, like being outside or making dinner or just doing anything. Watching a Netflix show, watching this video right here, or doing anything else. Just craft stuff when you're not doing anything to make some profit. The profit will vary depending on what you craft, but the key here is to try to craft stuff that other people aren't crafting. For example, I'm making a lot of profit on, where is it? The Shadow Core Oil. In percentage, this is the one I'm crafting, and making the highest percentage-based profit with, but the actual profit per craft isn't that high, but it's still the highest one if you think percentage-based. But I'm still crafting potions because they have a little bit higher sell rate, and I just enjoy crafting potions. But I'm going to show you a trick with blacksmithing as well to show you what I'm crafting there, so 1 second. So when it comes to blacksmithing, I'm crafting these two things right here, the shaded weight stone and the shaded sharpening stone. And if you can find a good deal, you can make tons of money with these. So for example, you have shaded stone, right? Let's just see the profit margin right now. They are 8 gold. It requires only 2 of them, right, to craft something. So 8 golds, 16 gold craft. You sell them for 39 gold. So you're making 23 gold. 23, yeah? Yeah, 23 for every single craft. So that is also a very good and very decent thing to craft in your downtime. There's not that many of them for this price, but if you go down to 11 gold, there's 3,000 auctions. So it's not like you can make tons of them. And if you do 1,000 crafts, so you need 2,000 stones, you will still make, what was it, we agreed on 23 gold per craft, so 23,000 gold. From 1,000 crafts, if they all sell. It's still a very good profit margin though, so that is what I'm crafting with the blacksmithing. As for inscription, what I'm crafting right now is missives, because of the legendaries being used a lot more in raids and Mythic Plus, so a lot more people are actually crafting missives, and you can just see the missives are pretty expensive. So if you just type in missive, they are 1.9k each and up, right? So you just craft a bit of each and throw them up in the auction house, and there you go. And that is pretty much it for the video. A little bit of what I'm farming, a little bit of what I'm crafting, and just basically how I'm making gold. Another way I'm making some passive gold right now is just by doing my world quests, which I can't show you on this character, but basically doing my world quests outside, doing the callings every single day, doing that one calling, so 3 world quests, or whatever the world quest or the calling is. Doing that calling will get you about 3,000 gold, so just doing that will give you some gold passively over time as well, and just doing regular daily activities. And when you're doing world quests, if you have skinning or herbalism, you can pick up some extra gold on the way as well, which is very good. And that is it for the video. I hope you found it useful. I just wanted to talk about how I'm making gold right now, since I'm still making a decent amount of gold, and I'm really enjoying it as well. And that is it. Leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, check out my Discord server as well, and thank you for watching. I'll see you again very soon.